Welcome to VLearn's online class. In today's session, we will discuss the sorting techniques, and in sorting techniques, we will discuss about quick sort, merge sort, and heap sort. The process of quick sort, merge sort, and heap sort, as well as the program implementation of quick sort, merge sort, and heap sort. As in previous session, we have discussed about the bubble sort, selection sort, and insertion sort, as well as the overview about the quick sort and merge sort. In today's session, we will do the quick sort, merge sort, and heap sort in detail. Now, first is quick sort. Quick sort is basically based on divide and conquer technique. It is the internal sorting algorithm, and in case of quick sort, the process is, firstly, if we have total 5 values, then firstly we will select first value as a pivot value, and we will compare the first value with all the remaining values. The values which are less than the pivot will comes to the left side of the pivot, and the values greater than pivot will comes to the right side of the pivot. Similarly, next value will be taken as pivot, and the same process will be performed with the next one. I will give you an example of the process of quick sort. For example, if we have values, let's say 14, 5, 12, 21, 56. In first pass, we will select first value as a pivot value, and we compare all the remaining values with the pivot one. All the values less than the pivot value will comes at the left side of the pivot, and the values greater than pivot will comes at the right side of the pivot. For example, in this case, 5 is less than 14, 12 is also less than 14, then 21 and 56 are greater than 14. Then 14 will comes at this place. Then the same values, so 21 and 56. Now, in the next step, we have to make the other value as a pivot value. Say, if we take 5 as a pivot value, then we will compare all the values with the 5. All values less than 5 will come at the left side of the 5, and greater than 5 will come at the right side of the 5. But in this case, all the values are greater than 5, so all the values comes at the right side of the pivot table. Similarly, next time we will select 12 as a pivot, all the values less than pivots. In this case, 5 is already at the left side of the pivot, and all the values greater than will come at the right side of the pivot. Similarly, in the next one, we say 20, if we take 16 instead of 56, next time we will take 21 as a pivot, and we compare 21 and 16. 16 is less than 21, so the values will be swapped, and the next order of values will be 5, 12, 14, 16 and 21. In this way, you can say in quick sort, we will select a pivot, then we compare the remaining values with the pivot value. All the values greater than the pivot will comes at the right side of the pivot, and all the values less than the pivot will comes at the less than values will come at the left side of the pivot. quicksort algorithm uses big O of n log square n comparison on an average, and the basis of quicksort is to divide and conquer technology and conquer strategy, you can say. It means dividing the problem, that is list, to be sorted into sub problems, that is sublist, until solved sub problem or sorted sublist are found in case of quicksort. Now we will see a program implementation of quicksort. You can see the program. In this program, firstly we have included the standard input output header file so that we can use the standard input and output functions. Then in main function we take a variable, that is int x size 20, a variable size and I. Firstly we take input from the user, that is the size of an array, means how much values the user wants to enter in an array. If the user wants to enter 5 values, then the value 5 will be entered in the size. Next time we will take input from the user, the values which we want to store in the array. So the size of the array is already taken by the user in the variable size. The loop will run from 0 to less than size and I++, and values will be inputted into the x of I. X is the name of the array and all the values will be entered in the array. After inserting values in the array, next step is to call the quicksort function, and in quicksort function we pass array lowest index, that is 0, and highest index, that is size -1. It means if we take the size of array, or if we want to enter 10 values in an array, then it means the values will be inserted from a of 0 to a of 9. It means 0 is the lowest index and size -1, that is 9, is the highest index. And we call quicksort function in which we pass array 0 and size -1. Now when we call the quicksort function, the control will passes to the quicksort function. It means in x of 10 the array's values will be copied. In first there is 0 because 0 is copied to the first variable, and size -1. For example, if we take 10 size, then the last value will be 9. Now we take another variables, say pivot, j, temp and I. Firstly we will compare first with the last. If first, that is 0, is less than last, in the first case first is less than last, then we initialize the variable, say pivot with first, that is 0, I with first, that is 0, and j with last. Now in this case we will run a loop, that is while I is less than j. While the value of I, at the beginning the value of I will equals to 0 and the value of j will equals to 9, and this loop will run while the I is less than j. And under this loop we will create another loop, that is while x of I is less than x of pivot and I is less than last. Means you have to compare the values with the pivot value. If the values are less than, if the array's values are less than the pivot value selected by you, then the I will be incremented. Means all the values from the beginning will be compared one by one with the pivot value, and I will be incremented till this condition evaluates to true. Similarly, j means end of the list. From I will goes from the left to right and j will comes from the right to left. It means j will be decremented. J will start from the rightmost position and it will be decremented till the x of j is greater than x of pivot, because all the greater values from the pivot will comes at the right side of the pivot. Now next step is, if in if I reaches I less than j, then we will swap the values of x of I with x of j. Means in any case, if you found I is less than j, then the value of I will be, value of array of I will be swapped with the value of array of j. And this process will continue till all the left value will comes at the left side, all the lowest value from the pivot will come at the left side, and all the highest value of from the pivot will comes at the right side of the pivot. The next time we will create another value as a pivot, that is temp is a variable which will hold the x of pivot, which we have already declared as a pivot value, and in x of pivot we will take next value, that is x of j, and in x of j we will swap the value with x of temp. And the quicksort function will be called again and again by passing next values, that is x first and j minus 1 and x j plus 1 in last. Recursively the quicksort function will be called again and again until all the values becomes the pivot and all the values will sorted in the ascending or descending order. This is the program implementation of quicksort. In this you can see if the size of array is 5, then the user will enter total 5 values, that is 3, 8, 0, 1, 2, and after the sorting the values will be arranged in this order, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 8. This is the program implementation of quicksort. Next is merge sort. Merge sort is one of the divide and conquer class algorithm. The basic idea of merge sort is to divide the array into number of sub arrays. It means divide the total list into number of sub list and sort each of these sub list and then again merge them to get a single sorted array. It means it divides the list into sorted sub arrays, then merges them to get a sorted array, also called concatenated sort. The basic action in the merge sort is to split the initially unsorted array. That is, for example, if we take unsorted array A, lower, upper, around this middle element mid, where mid is lower plus upper, divide by 2 into two unsorted array. Then these two sorted sub arrays are again merged. And the process of dividing the original array continues till there is only one element in the array, in which case the array is sorted. For example, if we take the values, say 24, 28, 15, 13, 18, 34, 19 and 6. Then we will divide these values. There are total 8 values. Then we divide these values into 4. The group of 4 values, it means 8 values will be divided into 2 groups which contain 4 values each group. Then take the first half, that is 24, 28, 15 and 18 and sort this array. And to sort this, half the list has to be divided again. It means this list become 24, 28 and 15, 13. Similarly, 18, 34, 19 and 6 will also be divided. And once again you have to divide this list, that is 24 and 28 and 15 and 13. Like this. Means we will divide the list until you get the single element of the array. Then after dividing, the next step is to merge the list in the sorted order. We will see the process of merge sort with the help of an example. If we take values, say 12, 7, 5, 17, 9, 21, 13, 16 and 8. Firstly, we will divide the values in two, or we will divide the whole list in two parts. It contains total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 values. It means the lowest value address is array of 0 and the highest value address is array of 8. It means if we want to find out the mid value, then mid value will be low plus high divide by 2. It means 0 plus 8 divide by 2, which equals to 4. It means we will divide the list from array of 4. A of 4 is the mid value of the list. It means 12, 7, 5, 17 and 9 will come in the first sublist, and 21, 13, 16 and 8 will come at the second sublist. Similarly, this list will be again divided, which contain 12, 7, 5, then 17 and 9. That is A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and A of 4. 0 plus 4, that is low plus high divided by 2. 0 plus 4 divided by 2 is equal to 4, equal to 2. That is A of 0, 1, 2 comes in first list, and A of 3 and 4 will comes in the next list. Similarly, 21 and 13 and 16 and 8. Again we will divide this list into two sublists, that is 12 and 5. 12 and 7. Then 17 and 9. Then 21, 13. Then 16 and 8. Again we will divide this list until we get each the element individually. After dividing the list into different sublists, the next step is to re-merge the list. And to re-merge this list, we will compare the values. Say 12 and 7. 7 is less than 12, so 7 comes before 12. Similarly, we will compare 5 and 17. 5 and 17. 5 is less than 17. 9 and 21. 9 comes before 21. Then 13 and 16. And then 8. Again, we will compare these two lists. That is, 5 is less than all the values, then 7, then 12, and then 17. In the next two sublists, 9, then 13, then 16, then 21, and in the next part, 8 will come. Then in next one, 5, 7, 9, 12, 13, 16, 17, 21 and then 8. And in last one, the values will be 5, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 16, 17 and 21. Means in this way, it is based on divide and conquer technique. Means the list is first divided into different sublists, and then we will again remerge this list to form a sorted array. Now we will see the program implementation of this. Now, in program implementation, you can see there are two functions, that is to sort the list and to partition the list into different sublists. Firstly, we will take an array, size max. We will take input from the user, that is the total number of elements the user wants to enter in the array, say n, and then on the basis of n, we will take the number of elements the user wants to enter in the array. After that, we will pass this array, then lower bound and upper bound. It means a low index and upper index in the partition function. And in partition function, we will pass array, low index and higher index. Now, see the partition function. In partition function, we will divide the list in different sublists, and the division will be performed on the basis of mid value, that is mid is equal to low plus high divided by 2. If low is less than high, then we will find the mid value, that is low plus high divided by 2, and we will again call the partition function, and the partition function will be called again and again until you find or you get each element of the array individually. Then after finding each element or after partitioning the list into different sublist, we will call merge sort function, in which we pass ARR, that is array, lower index, that is 0, mid value and high value. Now in merge sort, we pass an array, low value, mid value and high, and in merge sort we will compare the values. L is the low and M is mid and high is the highest index. If we will run the loop while the lower index is less than mid and the mid value is less than high, and we will compare if the array of low is less than array of mid, then in the temporary array we will pass array of L, otherwise we will pass in array of M. It means the lower value from array of L and the array of M will be compared, and the lower value from both of the values will be sent to the temporary array, that is temp of I. And in case array of L is passed to the temporary array, then the L will be increased by 1, and if array of M is passed to the temporary array, then the value of M will be increased by 1. Then we will compare the value of L. If value of L is greater than mid, then we will run a loop, that is k from the mid value, and while the k is less than equal to high, and we will pass all the values of k to the temporary variable. Similarly, we will start k from the lowest value till the mid value, and we will pass all the values of array of k to the temporary array. And after performing this sorted function, we will pass all the values of temporary array, that is temp k, to the array of k. Means all the values of temporary array will be passes to the array of k, that is original array. This is the program implementation of merge sort, in which we create two functions. First, to divide the list into different sections, and second is to merge the list to remerge the list in the sorted order, or to find the sorted array. This is the process of merge sort. Next is heap sort. Before discussing about the heap sort, I want to discuss about some rules of the heap tree. As we already discussed about binary tree is in which a node can have at most 2 children, and heap tree is a binary tree in which root node must be greater than its child, whether it is left child or whether it is right child, and insertion will be done in the following direction, that is, first is root node will be inserted, then left and then right. again left, then right. Means the basic property of heap sort is the root node must be greater than its child. Now we will see an example to create a heap tree. Firstly, 2 will be inserted at the root node. Then next is 3. 3 will be inserted at the left node of a root node, left side of a root node. But 3 is greater than 2, and according to the heap tree properties, the root must be greater than the child. So the values will be swapped. It means 3 comes at the place of root and 2 becomes the child of the 3. Next is 81. 81 will be inserted at the right child. But again, according to the properties of heap tree, root must be greater than the child. So 81 will be swapped with 3. It means 3 comes at place of 81 and 81 comes at the place of 3. Next is 64. Again 64 will be inserted at the left of 2 because the order will remain same, left and right child. Then 64, the root of 64 is 2, but the root must be greater than the value, greater than its child, so the 64 will be swapped with 2. You can see here the next value is 4. 4 will be inserted at the right of 64. Now the heap tree property satisfies, that is root is greater than root is greater than its child. After 4, next time we have to insert 25. 25 will be inserted at the left of the 3, but 25 is again greater than 3. So we have to swap the value of 25 with 3. Next is 36. Now 36 will be inserted at the right of the 25, but again 36 is greater than 25, so it is replaced with the 25. After 36, 16, 9 and 49 will be inserted. 16 will be inserted at the left of the 2. Again we have to swap the values, that is 2 and 16, because root must be greater than the child. Then after it 9 will be inserted, and after it 49 will be inserted. Again 49 is greater than 4, and to retain the value or retain the property of heap tree, 49 will be swapped with 4. This is the heap tree. And for the heap sort, we remove the root and heapify the heap tree and place the remove node in the array. In this, firstly we remove the 81, and in place of 81, 64 will be placed and 81 will be placed in the array. Next time 64 will be removed and 64 will be placed in the array, and instead in place of 64, 49 will be inserted. Means all the time we will remove the root and heapify the heap tree and place the remove node in the array to form the or to perform the heap sort. You can see we will firstly we will enter 81, then 64, then 49. When we place 64, then 49 will come here, 64 will come in place of 49. Then after deleting the 64, 49 will goes to the place of 64. And the same will be repeated in the same sequence. This is the process of heap sort. This is all about the sorting techniques, that is bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, quick sort, merge sort and heap sort in data structures. That's all for today's session. Thank you.